Hey, everybody. Okay, this is the final Mercury Retrograde reading. Okay, how many days we got left of Mercury Retrograde? A few. Okay, a few. But anyway, I am doing a collective reading. All right, just so we can see, what's the energies around. Whoever's coming towards you. Yeah, past people love to return during Mercury retrograde. So, yeah. Oh, let me close my closet door. Don't be in my business, okay? Oh, my shoes. That's why I was in the way. Anyway, child. Okay. All right. 5 years of dating. Dang, my bad. Okay. All right. Holy Spirit, who is this person coming towards the collective? Tell me when you get. No, that sounded like E40 when I said collective, or however I said it. I can't even do it again. Dang. Okay, I'm just gonna start pulling. Okay, let's see. Okay, I get this is a past person that's coming towards you. Yeah, they might have... I get they sabotaged the connection between y'all. I feel like they did something that they probably did not consciously know. Like, they might... I get they were a self-sabotager. Yeah. And then I got... bad intentions just popped out. This was somebody who was lying about something. Had some sort of secret, which sabotaged the connection. That's who's coming back around. Yeah, it's like, first of all, what do they always be lying about? It's most likely a third party. I'm just saying. I don't see it being nothing else but a dang third party on the real. But let's see. Yeah, what else is this about? See, yeah, they had some lie or some secret. It says shocking events that it caught you off guard. What was it that caught the collective off guard? Yeah. Netflix and chill. Sneaking around. Lying about their whereabouts. Oh my gosh. Spending time with someone. But see, this gives me the vibe, collective, like, see, because desperation was here on that first card. And then bad intentions and shocking to me, but also that sabotage. This kind of gives me the vibe that this person actually was sneaking around with you. So you were the third party collective. I don't think you knew that though, which is why shocking events and then lies. This kind of gives me the vibe that they made you feel like y'all were seeing where things were going. Yeah. Extravagant gestures. So yeah, this person was going through the motions, like Like they were really in a relationship with you. But yeah, no. No. They just thought you were desperate. Were you desperate, collective? I'm wondering if there was red flags here. I'm wondering if there was. You know, like, was there some red flags you was overlooking? I get the vibe there were some red flags that you were overlooking. Because, you know, like I said, also here, like lying about their whereabouts. Would this person go missing for days and you would allow them to go missing for days, collective? Like, come on. Was there some desperation? Keep it real. Keep it real. You can keep it real with me. Okay? I'm not going to judge you. We have all had desperate moments. Well, I am going to judge you, but I'm not going to treat you differently because of the judgment. Like, come on. Human beings are judgmental by nature. Alright? Yes, I am going to judge you. But I'm still going to love you just the same, honey. Okay? Just work on your shit and try to do better. You know? But yeah, it's kind of giving the vibes, collective, like you was overlooking some stuff, and then like with the sneaking around, to me that kind of gives the vibe like you know, I don't know, like I feel like y'all might have went out and did things together, like y'all might have went on dates and stuff, but I feel like you didn't meet any of their friends or any of their family or anything like that. I still get this you were in the background type of vibe. And let me reshuffle this here. And then I did get another card out here. It says sick and tired. Yeah, to me, it's like, yeah, that's what ended the connection. I think you got tired of being in the background, to be honest. And then it's like, yeah, like it's got repetitive cycle here. I feel like, yeah, you were just tired of these Netflix and chilling and then extravagant adventures, but it was just the same cycle over and over and over again. There was nothing new occurring between you and this person. It was always like y'all just have a little sex or something, do something together, maybe go out to eat, but nothing is progressing. Nothing is becoming more intimate. Nothing was becoming more integrated. And I think, yeah, you made the decision to move on because you were just over it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then I got here that controversy. Okay, this is again like the same freaking thing to me. Like, I think this just goes right in with it. Like, I think this is more about the shock. The shock. It's reaffirming the shock that you had with this person when it was revealed. Like, you couldn't believe it to find out that there was a third party. You couldn't. And then I also got secretly stalking popping out. And so, yeah, this person is somebody who did all that doing, and then got the nerve to sit up and watch you and want to know what you're doing. Like, and to me, that just kind of gives like, yeah, and then I got spell work under here. And I don't really think this is about actual spell work. I think this is about when people like do stuff to hurt you, but they want to make sure you don't move on. And that with the secretly stalking and the spell work, that's kind of what it's about to me. It's almost like surveillance, like a spiritual surveillance. And I'm like, that type of dark energy or whatever, it kind of gives me the vibe like somebody might be like a little bit of a hater. Like, whoever this person is, collective. Yeah, I think they just, I low-key think they don't want you to be happy. I think they don't want you to move on and be happy, because I low-key feel like there might be an undertone of like competition, which is like, I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's like, it's hard to explain. But that's the energy that I get around this person. And then, yeah, wow. No, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Envy, okay? And then, black magic. What, wasn't we just talking about spell work? I'm just saying. But it's that secretly stalking. It's literally like this. And then remember I said it's like hater type energy. They don't want you to move on. They're watching you. They're giving you the evil eye. There's an eye on here. I think they're giving you the evil eye. And mad you're gone. Holding a grudge. Jealous of you. Wow. No, this one is reading them for filth. Okay? Reading them for filth. Alright? Yeah, this person... Oh, yeah, this is a spiritual enemy. I'm sorry. That's the only time people come into your life and romance you with extravagant gestures, and they're being real intimate with you. Y'all are sleeping with each other, but they've got bad intentions. Yeah, like it's like they felt like you were desperate. They were trying to exploit that, you know? Like, oh my gosh. And then it came out that you were being, you know, used as like a backup or something like that. Or let's see. What was it that was revealed to me? I think it was a third party. That's the vibe it gives, okay? That's what I think. Yeah. Because of that Netflix and chill was already out there. And like I said, it's keeping you in the background. And then I got this old school, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they have that old school thinking when it comes to, like the man is the prize or something like that. Not saying that it's a man, because it could be a woman, collective. But, so some of you, if this is a man, I get the vibe that they feel like the woman should be subservient or submissive, and that's why they thought they could exploit the desperation that they felt in you to engage with you while also engaging with other options. But if this is a woman, I get the vibe that she was pacing the connection. Because she thought you were desperate and like you were always going to be there and you weren't going to go anywhere. So, you know, she would do little things, go out with you, give you a little piece of attention here and there, but it was just kind of like a kick in the can down the road type of vibe, just literally stringing you along, okay? Yeah. And like I said, regardless of whatever is your story there, you got sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, and then here we've got Ace of Wands reversed. Eight of Pentacles reversed. And Two of Pentacles reversed. Let's see. To me, this is giving more on this person. This is giving more on this person who's trying to come back into your life. Okay? I think this is saying why they want to come back into your life and why they are watching you and doing that that evil eye and, you know, hoping that you don't prosper and succeed. Literally, that is all I am getting here. That they just don't want you to be happy without them. And it's because I'm getting they're having a lot of blocks in life, a lot of delays, They don't have any motivation, you know. And they're really like chaotic. Their thinking patterns are all over the place. It's like their brain is full of conflicting thoughts. They're just unbalanced, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Overwhelmed. And I almost get the vibe that you're their generator. And what I mean by that is, like, say if there's someone collective, say if you were involved with someone who was a narcissist, right? They literally harvest energy, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Narcissists are energy vampires, period. They're the same thing. And that's what this is giving me. And that's why they don't want you to move around, because you're their battery pack in their mind. And that's why they're experiencing all of these blocks. And it's like they not even just creative blocks, like they have no motivation, okay? And they're lazy. I'm getting a lot of lazy energy here, but it's because they don't have the energy. They don't, because you're the battery pack, okay? You the AAA batteries, okay? Maybe it's double D batteries. Are there double D batteries, or is it just D batteries? I don't know. Yeah, let me tell you how they're feeling out in the cold, baby. They feel rejected. Wow, and they have a scarcity mindset. That's what I'm saying, honey. No, they're trying to use your energy to create abundance. This is almost giving me the vibe that, honestly, this person probably committed to somebody they met after you. That right there, with the other energy here, I get that you were probably in their life first. So even though they were treating you like a third party, I low-key get, collective, that you really were the first party. But at some point, I don't know, it's like your energy charged them up. Okay? And it made them feel like, you know, they were queen of the world or king of the world. It gave them confidence. What you did gave them confidence to start looking for someone else. That's what I get. And that's what I get from that scarcity mindset, okay? And like I said, that Netflix and chill, that's why they were keeping you in the background. Because they wanted to explore other options, but only after they came into contact with you. I don't think they were very confident before meeting you. But they think it's their own energy, but it's not. It's not their energy. It's your energy. And that's why, now that you're gone, nothing is working out for them. That's why. Okay? And they don't even understand this. But this is why they are freaking giving you the evil eye. Because spiritually, like I said, this is a spiritual enemy, baby. And spiritually, their spirit knows you're their battery pack. They don't know that in their conscious mind, though. Like, they don't literally think the thoughts like, oh, I gotta get the collective back. You know? No. It's an underlying, covert, sneaky energy that's in the subconscious, that's in the spirit. They don't even know that they're giving you the evil eye when they're watching you and stalking you and not wanting you to move on and be happy. Ew. I hate these type of folks. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Because these type of people, they don't deserve happiness, okay? Alright, let's see. What's the energy around this person's emotions towards the collective? Like, what were their emotions towards the collective? Holy Spirit, what are their emotions towards the collective? Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna pull. Okay, now one more. All right. Okay, let's see. Humiliated. Interesting. Intrigued. And then we've got festive. Yeah, and what I get from their emotions is that it's this. It's you getting sick and tired and ending the connection. This is shock for them. I also get not that you were surprised only by the fact that they were dealing with other people, also the fact that they're surprised that you were not too desperate to stay with them, okay? Like, or you were not desperate enough to stay with them. That's what they're shocked. Because they thought they had you pegged. Because of their bad intentions. They thought they knew you. They thought they had you wrapped around their finger. So I get that was a shock for them too. That you had the gall to leave them. Crazy. And then, like I said, see, I also get that I think these energies go together. Festive and intrigue. Okay? I think it's got something to do with this. Them watching you. With the evil eye. I don't know, collective, but if you are out there posting things online, this is the vibe I'm getting. Collective, if you're out there posting quotes and stuff like this, like, they didn't know how to love me, so I learned how to love me. You know, them little shady social media posts. I'm kind of getting that vibe. You might be doing something like that. You know, posting things like, you know, you taught me a good lesson. Or, you know, just stuff like that. That's like pretend spiritually deep, but it's like everybody knows that you just got your heart broken. Like, it's very obvious, okay? I had to move on to protect my peace. You know, stuff like that. And I think that's what this is about, the intrigue and the festive. They're watching you because they're curious, right? But they're happy because every time you post a post like that, they know they still got you hooked energetically. That's what I'm saying. Don't put no shade in no type of post that you are posting online anywhere for someone to see, because you don't even understand that these type of people like this, who are these narcissistic energy vampires, they feed off of that energy. And this is the type of stuff that makes it to where they don't even need to come back into your life to use you as a generator, because they're operating out of their ego. And as soon as they see you still obsessing about them indirectly through these posts, that's an ego boost. You just gave them a boost. Okay, you plug the jumper cables up real quick. That's why I'm saying, collective, if you are out there posting anything that has this little subliminal message or whatever about how you've healed and you moved on and how they lost you and yabba yabba do, no, this is making them happy because they are harvesting your energy. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see, what are their next actions towards the collective? Okay, what we got here? I got event. See, it says, don't be afraid to get out of the house more. It may be an opportunity for us to meet. To be honest, this kind of gives me the vibe that I think their next actions are trying to run into you. I think they're going to try to orchestrate some way to run into you. Because, you know, like I said, this whole spread is already about them coming towards you. Because this is Mercury retrograde. We already know they want to return, okay? But I think this is more so about how they might try to go about that action. I think they're going to try to orchestrate something and make it look accidental. Okay, so again, if there's some social media stuff involved, I don't know if you're out there posting about events that you have coming up. They might be looking and watching and just trying to accidentally show up at the same, maybe I don't know, if you're a football fan or something and there's a sports game coming up. You know, I don't know if it's even football season. I don't know this stuff. Maybe basketball. I don't know. Tennis. I don't know. If you watch something like that and maybe you're posting about it online, I'm just saying, they might be watching. I don't know if you do line dancing or something. I know a lot of Facebook groups have pre-scheduled line dancing classes or something. Like if that person see you repost something like that, I'm just saying, be careful what you're posting online, especially if your page is not private. You never know who's watching you. And like I said, they're giving you the evil eye. And whatever you on there talking about got them happy, like I said. And they're going to try to run, they're going to try to run into you because they want to sustain this feeling. But I'm just saying, if you're posting the stuff, you're giving them the jumper cable. They don't need to do anything more. But I feel like they are going to try to run into you so that they can get more. They are an energy vampire. They want to plug up to the generator permanently. Okay? Yeah. And I got, yeah. Yeah, see, memories popped out. Yep, stuck in the past. They remember how good you make them feel. Because remember, they feel like shit right now, okay? Poo-poo. They feel like poo-poo. I be trying not to cuss because I have a potty mouth real bad. But anyway, and let me tell you, it's not, don't take it like you make them feel good as in, you know, a good way. No, like you make them feel good about themselves. Like in a bad way though. You make them feel like they can conquer the world, and they actually do try to go conquer every man or woman out in the world that's not you. And then they come home and, you know, offload the negative energy onto you, right? Or they, you know, come back to you and release the negative energy and try to absorb your positive energy to present themselves as a certain person when they go out there in the world. Okay, I'm just saying, watch out for this person. Watch out. Yeah, me personally, I would not give this person another chance. But I see they trying to make their way back in, honey. Ciao. Ciao. All right, like, what's the outcome? Holy Spirit, what's the outcome of this situation for the collective? Okay. What's the outcome? All right, I'm going to pull. Yeah, okay. Yeah, neglected. It says, I failed to give you what you need, but to me, and then I also got knowing the path. Yeah, to me, I think this is about this person. I think the outcome is really saying that this person is never going to give you what you need. Like, they're literally all about taking. And I think that even if this person comes towards you, they're just not going to do right. They're not going to do right. And that is the bottom line. And I think that this is something that you need to come to grips with, okay? You need to understand they're never going to do right, okay? And then let me see, what else we got here? Yeah, and then I got, see, gossip. And to me, this kind of gives the vibe like, first of all, it's like they're coming back around to, like I said, energy harvest off of you, but it also gives me the vibe that it's about optics. Like, because, like, I really think this person is a little bit of a narcissist, right? I do. And even if they don't necessarily like care about your feelings, collective, I feel like they still want you to think they're a good person, because it's that they're dark. It's the way that when you believe in them and they are behind the scenes betraying you, that is what gives them the high. Okay? That's why I'm saying. So to me, that's the outcome, okay? They're not going to do right. When they come back around, it's just for optics. Okay? And it's not going to be anything it's not going to be anything good. And you need to come to grips with that. You need to come to grips with that. They do not have your best interest at heart. Yeah, look, boundaries, babes. You need to have some boundaries. Yeah. Don't let them use you. Do not let them use you. It literally says feeling used on here. Okay? Because they're just trying to use you as a generator. Seriously. All right. Well, thank you. If this resonated for you, like, comment, subscribe. And if it don't apply, let it fly, child.